Now let's quickly dive into it. It's 2023.
Yep.
You guys are making so much noise, and we are not even like at the halfway point of the year. How do you guys feel?
How do you feel?
Pressure. There's pressure, no, because I know I've got lots more.
Yeah.
Because some people will be like, okay, no, it's probably done, but there's a lot.
Yeah, I feel great, man. I didn't think that it would turn out the way it did, but so far so good. So yeah.
All right. Now, before we jump into Ne Ngoma, before we jump into the whole new genre, Legend Son, you had been silent for quite a while. It's something that we need to address here. You've been consistently producing, an amazing producer, by the way.
Thank you.
And you just went silent for so long.
We're starting early.
What happened? Where were you before you came back into the rap game?
I don't know. I was around. I've been around. Haven't I been around?
Not rapping, not putting out any content, just producing.
Just producing. I mean, I'd rap here and there. I'd offer my services as a vocalist here and there. I guess what I was trying to wrap my mind around at the time was working on a concept that hasn't been fleshed out yet. It's still in the works, but I've been working on it for quite some time.
Those are difficult. Hey.
I feel like it didn't answer the question. It was just like...
People are still waiting for
No,
that.
I mean, okay, I've been trying as much as possible to work on a project that is very, very personal, very important to me. And there were times when we'd go through complications like the computer crashing and we'd have to start over.
Yeah.
What made things easier in terms of my relevance as a creative is producing for other people. And that's what explains my silence in terms of not producing content from myself, but for others.
All right. I had a follow-up question, but I'm just going to hold myself because I can already feel the heat. Now,
ask. We want to write the diss track. So.
Do you feel that took away from you being a rapper because you hadn't put out content in such a long time? Because I could hear... It's easy to hear your hunger on Emele Hakola's productions.
Yeah.
But then, do you feel it took away from you being the rapper that you are today?
Producing... Okay, I'll say that staying away from rapping makes you rusty. And so getting into it, you have to go through a lot of runs, a lot of exercises, because there are moments where you write stuff and you'd recite them and you'd think the old me or the younger version of me would have been able to ace this.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, we still have time, and it's never too late to get back up again. So moments you feel like it takes away from you, sometimes it just makes you better.
All right. Now, Killa, you brought this gentleman back into the scene, and you definitely deserve to do that. You brought him back, released a video. Yeah, how was it bringing back this gentleman from the dead, from the creative's grave, and working with him up to now?
This guy, I don't know. Like, I'm sure, wasn't I? I think I was pressing him before. I used to ask you when you're dropping music.
When are you dropping music?
I always used to ask him.
Yeah.
So, he actually wasn't opposed to it. He was like, are you sure?
Yeah.
But yeah, even the process was okay. No, the process was kind of hectic because from where he lives and how he's been having to come for maybe like 4 days and go back again, 4 days and go back. So I think initially I was like, yo, let's try and do something in 1 week. But obviously that didn't work out because, I mean, with all the time and all the other projects that we had, I think it took like a month, right?
Yeah, a month.
Yeah, it took like a month to put together. So now that it's out, I'm glad that he
All right.
decided to come
So
out.
run us through the creation process of Drill Ne Ngoma now. It's already 2023. The thing that you posted over 7 or a week ago were TikTok challenges, and just a week after that, like, boom, collaborative EP. Run us through that process.
I like to be abrupt these days. I feel like, I don't know, if it's just me, it feels like campaign type of dropping is kind of outdated. even from people out there, I notice how they drop songs. Maybe even established artists in other countries. They'll probably only share a link like a day before the song drops. They're not gonna take you through the process of after 3 weeks I'll be dropping what. For some people, their attention span is really low, so people can lose focus on whatever you're trying to bring out, and then you find that you don't achieve what you wanted to achieve. So, creative process of the project. For the first week or two, that was us going back and forth,
with beats.
Yeah, back and forth with beats. He sends a beat, I'm like, nah, not this one. Sends, I'm like, nah, this one. But when he just plays it, yeah, that's the one. Yeah. So he actually started doing that drill, Ne Ngoma, Kalindrilla. The first track I think that had that was Forgive Us with Critic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so from there, that's when I was like, no, this sounds different. We need to continue with this sound. Yeah, so...
The interesting thing about it is that before I started working on Forgive Us, he talked about working on an EP with me. And we just so happened to land on that sound after a series of trial beats and rejections.
Let's talk about the series of trials. Did you at any point in the production think that you would be creating a new genre? He's like, no. You were like,
I don't know. Did you?
Yes. No. I don't know. Did you?
I don't know.
You just don't know. You just went for it.
Yeah, we just went for it.
And it worked.
Yeah, it worked.
Yeah. So how then did the fans respond? Because seeing the type of music that you put out, Ne Ngoma, is completely different. How did the fans get to respond? How did critics get to respond to this new type of sound that you guys put out?
The fans are taking it quite well, especially from that first track with Critic.
Yeah.
Already people started talking about the sound, like, yo, I like what you did there. There's only a few who are, but generally, yeah, people are taking it well.
Yeah, they love it. They love it so much.
All right. Now, getting to look at this is only volume 1 of the project, and we're expecting volume 2. What was the hardest song to work on this project?
The hardest song for me was It's Cool, because it tested my rapping abilities. That's number 1. Number 2, we featured someone that questioned our rap career. That's what
Masbu. Okay, no, in our defense, he's known as the rap scientist. Yeah. So, whereas it's a passion for us, he studies delivery type of what. So it's only right. I think that was also the hardest song for me, because the other ones, but I probably rewrote my verse.
Yeah, but to follow up on that, when he asked you, what, like, give me your rap CV, show me, how was your response? Weren't you just like, let's leave this guy out?
Boy, answer that.
What do you mean? Who?
Masbu.
No, yeah. he's cool with me from the Corner Price video. That's where he spotted me and followed me and all that. So for him, he was like, nah, just throw me anything you want me on. So when I actually sent him the beat, he was like, what is this? I've never heard this type of drill before. But luckily for us, or maybe unlucky, luckily for us, he said that he was, at that moment, right now, he's working on drill stuff. So it was refreshing for him, because now he got something that's totally different. In fact, I even saw on his Instagram, someone was talking about the sound. They're like, yo, we'd also like to try and recreate this. And
wow.
I think those guys are from West Africa.